Coach, we talked to Michael Welch yesterday. It seems like he's just really doing well for himself, and he had a really good game against Colorado State. What are you seeing out of him early on?
Michael came in with a very serious attitude. He wanted to contribute right away, and I think that helps. And I think it's a case of when preparation meets opportunity, and he prepared himself for that moment. When his moment came, he was able to perform. I think we do a good job around here to make sure that guys are able to execute. It's not all about potential, it's about production. When it comes to film watching, when it comes to the practice habits, things of that nature. And we felt like it was time for him to go out and showcase. Sometimes you get injuries like with Dallin, and you force into that situation. We have a great group of guys we feel like by committee that can get it done.
Isaiah put it on the ground, obviously. What else did you see out of him on Saturday?
As far as Isaiah?
Yeah, Isaiah.
Some tough running. He came in. We want to see Isaiah Clemens' footwork, get downhill, use his size, play a little bit lower with pad levels, and he kind of showed that. Protection-wise, he's able to pick up the right guy and he strained to finish. He missed about one protection, but we'll get that corrected. And then that's one thing as far as ball security that we're big on. We do turnover drills every single day, and that's our rule. You put the ball on the ground, you're coming out. But we're gonna stay with him. He was mentally tough. He didn't let it affect him. And he had a great week, not a week, but a couple of days of practice leading to this game. So he'll still be included to the game plan. So a lot of toughness that we've seen as far as his size and the physicality that we're looking for from Isaiah.
It was the first 100-yard game of the season last week. How important was it for you guys to gain a little traction in that regard on the ground before you enter conference play and see better opponents?
We knew at some point that it would hit. The line is doing a good job. Coach Phil is doing a great job for us sticking with his guys and continue to coach them on things that we're trying to get accomplished. And Coach Sherman does a great job of understanding what we can do and sticking with the game plan and the scheme that to give us that advantage. So I think last week was the opportunity to showcase that. And it's a great timing, going into conference play. We know that Baylor do a great job as far as with that athleticism and very big up front as far as stopping the run as well. So we look forward to the challenge. But that's big for us to put it on film, to build confidence with our guys, because I'm sure you've been hearing it. They've been beat down for so long, the whole line. It's been said over and over that what we cannot do. So to come out and showcase that early in the season, going into our fourth game, is big for us.
Do you see confidence boost in practice on this week?
Yeah, definitely. And we always, we always trying to find out a way to get better. And I think the staff did a good job for us incorporating more run periods, so that builds a little bit of toughness within practice. The competition, the scout team is giving us a very good look. They've been very competitive. So we're trying to shorten practice and not wait to the game to see what we will get. So I think we did a good job on the staff as far as building that within our practice schedule.
Coach, you also saw your guys get involved in the passing game a little bit. How vital is it for you that those guys are all around backs that can help in all those areas?
Yeah, that helps. That's the luxury of it. Passing the NFL guy, and he's always been big on as far as getting backs into the passing game. And for me, it opens up a lot of things to get my guys involved. I really truly believe I got 3 or 4 guys that can get it done. And to go multiple sets, getting 2 backs into the game, running the football, every now and then just throwing the ball like a flare or swing ball to them and just get touches. It helps. It helps the room. It helps get them involved. But anytime outside, running game and protection, and just able to get the ball into their hands in space to see what they can do, it's a motivation for us.
2 more questions for Coach.
When Micah rips off that first run for like 25 yards, is that just like a message to you that, okay, he's ready? It was a big rivalry game. He's ready for the moment. He's ready. He can handle whatever you guys throw to him the rest of the way?
I mean, we knew leading up to the game that he was ready for the moment. He has a different mindset. I say that all the time. He's a different type of kid. He works hard. He's very tough. He don't let the moment overshine his thought process. But when it happened, it was just something that we needed to see. You got to have results, success, in order to move forward. So to have success early, it gave us motivation. It gave us confirmation. Okay, now we're ready to run the football. It's not only good for Micah, but for the O-line. It's a confidence boost. Coach Sherman was calling the plays. Anytime he sees that, okay, now he knows he can come back to it. Now he can build his game plan as far as calling plays, knowing, okay, the run game is going to be there when we need it. We won't be pass heavy. So anytime you see those type of results, it makes everyone happy in that situation.
Coach, did Dallin practice today? And then when he's back, do you see him assuming his full role that he was going to have?
I talked to Dallin just to keep him focus. He did a great job along with the trainers and the strength conditioning department as far as getting to where he is right now. You know, with a high ankle sprain, you know, sometimes it's tricky. You never know. He looks good as far as his drills, his workouts. So we kind of scaled back early part of this week, but he's going to be included going forward as far as getting his reps. He's done a great job for us mentally understanding the information, what he needs to get done. So now just going out there, we don't want to push him too fast. You know, like I said, we want to make sure that we go about the right way as far as safety with that ankle sprain, you know, being able to be in a situation, get out of the situation basically with his footwork. So we'll see more of that tomorrow. But these past couple of days have been real soft with him as far as making sure that physically and mentally that he's ready to get out there and practice. So we got other guys to get it done, but you know, Dallas is a great runner. So in order to have a sustain the run game, he has to be involved.
Carter, stepping in for Shiloh. When did you know you were going to get that role, and how have you feel like you've been adjusting to that position?
Like the week of the Nebraska game, really, I was really getting more reps at strong actually because Cam he wasn't practicing much that week. So then Cam came back and Shiloh was practicing obviously. So Coach Lippman was like, whoever be down, you're the first one to go in. When Shiloh went down, I was like, this is my time. Just come at some moment.
How much of an adjustment was that practicing at strong safety and then playing in the back?
It's a lot different. Just being at corner, you're not used to being in the box as much and seeing all that action. So it's a big adjustment, but it's been fun though, just being able to be versatile, being able to play multiple positions and stuff like that.
Playing safety, you have a pretty good mentor in your father who played in the NFL at safety. What have those conversations been like with him?
Oh, it's been really good. He's always critiqued me on like the small things, you know, just stuff that like I really don't use much at corner. I use more at safety. So just being able to have him just to call him whenever I have a question and stuff like that. Also Shiloh and Cam, they've always been good mentors to me as well. Yes, sir.
You played quite a bit last year, your freshman year. What feels different about the defense this year? How is it different compared to last year?
I feel like we're more close-knit as a group this year. And, you know, I feel like obviously we have better athletes than last year. You know, I feel like the secondary, we were a lot better this year. And then, you know, Coach Liddy, he just lets us go out there and play. It's not as much checks as it was last year, so we can just go out there and ball really and not take as much.
Yeah, what's the adjustment been like for you going from corner to safety and you kind of back and forth? Do you like one over the other, or do you kind of like that versatility?
I like being versatile. Wherever they put me on the ball. So, you know, corner's fun, but safety, you know, it's different. You see the whole picture. You know, corner, you just block down the man for the whole play. Corner, you see the whole thing. You could give people more help. You know, say you see a match that you might not feel like, you know, comfortable. You can go give that person more help. You know, and stuff like that.
But coming in as a corner, did you ever see yourself playing safety?
I mean, kind of. You know, Coach Mathis said, you know, you're gonna be our swing guy, so you know wherever they need me, that's why I was gonna be able to fit in.
What's it like playing for Coach Liddy when he just comes off of 9 years coaching NFL safety? He's got to be a pretty cool opportunity.
Yeah, he's great. You know, he's a great guy. You know, you could tell he's a real NFL coach. You know, he's just a lot more laid back. You know, like the typical college coach that you get. You know, he's a good dude. I really like his scheme. You know, a whole lot of man stuff. So, you know, dudes on the outside got to eat, pass rush got to get home. So that's how it should be happening.
He's a younger guy.
Yeah.
Is there a relatability factor that comes with him that you might not
Most
find with other
definitely. You know,
coaches?
it's funny. The other day, we did the celebration game. We all got the flag for us. You know, here we got to do 5 gases for each flag that we use. You know, Coach Livingston, he ran the gases with us, so I thought that was really cool for him because it was his idea. Money on the flow, that's his thing. So I thought it was really cool for him to run with us. Yes, sir.
Carter, just coming off the injury last year, how good does it feel to be on the field?
Oh, it feels great. You know, not being able to play at all this spring. You know, being back 4 straight now. It's just a blessing, really. Just thank God that I'm back fully healthy and balling.
Carter, you guys didn't force any turnovers for the first 2 games, but then this past week you guys got a bunch. I mean, how good did that feel? Did it feel like you were getting closer there after the Nebraska?
It felt great. I just feel like what BJ said that one time, David's about to bust. So, you know, I just feel like it was great. Of course, if I get some you got to keep that momentum going for these 4 more games.
What got you through that, not being able to have a full off season? And when were you given the green light to be full go?
Really around like April-ish, I was really able to start doing like football stuff and stuff like that. So, you know, they would have spring ball like practices. I go in and live. I come back late at night, get my work in like every day. So, you know, so I feel like I wouldn't be too far behind everyone else. And mentally, I was there. I knew all the scheme and stuff like that. So it was really just the physical part that I had to get back, you know, from being out all the time. So,
What are your questions of Baylor as you're watching?
First, a lot of speed, you know. And it's cool, you know, I played against some of those dudes 7-on-7, be it from Texas, we all from Texas, you know, playing all those dudes, and they're a really talented team. They got good speed, and I think it'll be a good game. It'll be a good game, sure.
How much have you learned from DJ and Preston as they've got here? Obviously, they've been a big boost to the corner. How much you kind of picking what they do as well?
They're both really good players. I think we're all learning as we go. We all came here at the same. We all pretty much got at the same time because it's a group scheme. So we're all learning on the fly, and it's just being able to for us all to learn together and like just come up with different stuff that we could learn and stuff like that. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you.
LaJohntay, you had a big game against Colorado State. How good was it to beat your in-state rival?
For my first time playing in a rivalry game like this, it was definitely great to be able to not only get in there one time but twice, and just to contribute to help us win the game too. So it was a great experience.
You said it was your first rivalry game on the field the other day too. What was that experience like for you?
Man, it was definitely different from my last school because it wasn't this big that it took in that serious. But man, that atmosphere and just everybody energy and everybody knowing how important this game is to not only just the players on the team but the people in the community as well. So I mean, it was great to experience it for the first time and actually go out there and get the win.
That moment that you and your brother shared pregame, how does that energize you going into the matchup?
Man, that's just something that we do since we started playing together, especially at FAU. We playing on the same team. We have strong faith in God, so we make sure we give it up to Him. Make sure He covers us and give us the power, the strength, the knowledge to be able to get through the game, and be able to become victorious.
LaJohntay, you got a touchdown at the end of the Nebraska game too. How much did that kind of give you confidence going into the next week as well?
It gave me a lot of confidence because at first I was kind of getting down on myself because it wasn't happening on my time, so I just had to keep praying about it, and it's God's speed. God showed His faith in the Nebraska game, and I just kept building off of it going into Colorado State.
It's a Baylor defense you guys are facing that's been pretty good against the pass. I mean, just in general, they've had some pretty impressive stats defensively. What are you seeing from them on film, and how do you guys feel like you can, or if there's certain things you guys can exploit?
They're a very good defense, but like our coach said, it's about us, If we at our best, nobody can stop us. Nobody can be able to play with us. So, I mean, they're a great defense. Nothing against them. I know they're going to come prepared. We're going to come prepared, and let's see who the best man is on Saturday.
LaJohntay, what have you seen from Shedeur just from a leadership standpoint since you showed up here?
Oh man, his IQ level is on another level. I mean, he done brought my game from here to here. He just keep elevating the guys around him. He want the best for you, not only for you but for himself too. So he gonna push you. He gonna push those buttons that the coaches or other players not gonna push. Because he know what you can do. He know your potential. So, I mean, that guy is just like another coach on the field, man.
He talked about in the spring that he was a big proponent of wanting you to come to see you. And what was that like when he reached out to you, and what did that mean to you?
I mean, it was great, man. We actually been building on this since probably 2021 when he came on to visit the FAU, and since then, man, we just been staying in contact, and we finally made it happen. So it was definitely a blessing to get that call, to finally get a pro-style quarterback who's been talked about as being #1 draft pick and this coming up draft pick. So it was a blessing to get that call, and I'm gonna come through every time he made that call.
As a punt returner, is it hard to stay patient, and how anxious are you to break loose?
Yeah, I'm very anxious, but I just gotta be smart, But they put me back there for a reason, so at the end of the day, I gotta trust my abilities, and y'all gonna see one soon. So just gotta be patient.
John, you know, it's a situation where you were catching almost 10 passes a game, #1 guy. To come here where you didn't even know week to week, is this my game or not? Has that been an adjustment for you, or is that something you knew coming in? I got to accept that. This is my role.
It's something I knew, but it's definitely an adjustment that I also still had to do because once you get the ball that many times, that early in the game, at the old school, then you come here and don't get it as much. It's just something you gotta adjust to. But I knew coming in what they was wanting from me and what my role was, and I'm gonna play my role to the best so we can be able to win. Because at the end of the day, I came here for us to win, not for my personal goals.
How do you feel like your game has developed? Like, even outside of catching the ball, like blocking, things
Oh,
like that?
well, blocking, I've been taking blocking really serious since I was at FAU. That's just something my coaches at FAU kind of honed in on me early on in my college career. So blocking, that's just something that I take pride in. Just because I know if I got the ball, I want my teammates to block for me. So I'm gonna just do the same for them.
Last question. How's it been playing with Travis? Talk to me about the type of player that he is, both when he's next to you and in front of you.
He's him. Like yeah, whatever they say on TV, and he's him. Like some of the things that he do on the field it's amazing. It shocks me, you know. But he's that guy, you know. He comes up to work every day and he show up, like, and it's effortless. It's effortless, like. That's just him. I mean, it's a blessing to be able to play on side of a guy like that, you know. And I can't wait to see what else he got in store, you know. So that's it.
Thanks for the job.
Thank y'all.